Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. Before we get started on today's episode, just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, pushing to 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to find more Miami Heat content where we break down everything Miami Heat basketball, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So for today's episode, I want to talk about Pelle Larsson and his performance last night against the Wizards. And I want to talk about why I think he deserves a bigger role in this Miami Heat's rotation. So after last night, the Miami Heat defeated the Washington Wizards 106-90. One thing was clear in my mind. Pelle Larsson showed up and showed out off the bench. And he had a career best performance. So he had a career high in points last night. And so I think he's making a legitimate case for why Erik Spoelstra needs to trust him with more minutes. He has not played in the past few games, and Spo has just allowed him to rot on the bench, essentially, and has played Terry Rozier for too many minutes this season, quite frankly. Yes, I understand why Terry started last night, because half the team was injured. We had no Wiggins and no Mitchell and no Hawkes and no Jovic, and I understand why he played, but when those guys start trickling back into the lineup in the rotation, when they get healthy, I don't want to see Terry Rozier come off the bench. I want to see Pelle Larsson, someone who can actually impact the game. He made a huge impact, and this could be something huge for the Miami Heat. And he outperformed all three Washington Wizards first-round picks, including number 2 pick, Alex Sarr. And he was the 44th pick or whatever, 54th pick, whatever it was, in the second round. So before we dive in again, though, I just want to thank everybody again, and don't forget to subscribe. So let's talk about his performance again last night, specifically against the Wizards. So going into the game last night, most Heat fans expected him to get time because obviously, like I mentioned, half the team was hurt. He's been in and out of the rotation, getting limited minutes behind established players, but when his number has been called, he's been delivering. So last night, career high, 16 points. He shot 6 for 11 from the field. He was 1 for 4 from 3, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. He needs to clean those areas up a little bit, but he's a rookie. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists in 28 minutes. And he is a tenacious defender. We all know that. And he is going to pride himself on the defensive end first. That's how he's going to get his minutes. But he is capable of getting to the rim. He's capable of hitting that 3 ball. And he's just a junkyard dog type guy. He'll get you those offensive rebounds, those tip-ins. He's going to cut. He's going to play off ball. And he's fun to watch. So not only was this a career high for Larsson, but he played a critical role in the Miami Heat's second half surge. So Miami went on a 12-0 run in that fourth quarter, and Larsson accounted for 6 of those points while also dishing out an assist to Duncan Robinson in the corner for 3. So 9 of those 12 points were because of him. And that's the kind of impact the Heat need, especially if they're trying to get out of the play-in. So how can he make an impact moving forward for this team? This team has nothing to lose. Like, we are stuck at the 7th seed at best, probably the 9th seed at worst, unless something crazy happens on both ends where we somehow leapfrog Detroit or whoever is 7th or 6th now. It's going to be very tough. But either way, how he can make an impact. Playmaking and decision-making. So one of the most underrated parts, I think, of his game is his ability to create for others because he can put the ball on the floor a little bit because he's athletic and he can dribble. He can set up other teammates. Like, other defenders have to collapse on him to a certain degree. So, again, he finished with 5 assists last night, but that doesn't even tell the full story. He made smart reads in transition. He moved the ball well in half-court sets. He kept the offense flowing when Tyler was off the floor. So Miami has struggled again this season with stagnant offense when Tyler Hero's missing his shots, when Bam is not aggressive, when Terry Rozier is on the court, chucking up some horrible shots. Larsson can keep things moving quickly and making the right decision. Defense and hustle plays, like I mentioned earlier. He isn't a lockdown defender just yet, but his energy on defense is contagious. He's tenacious. He has a lot of heart. You can see he's passionate about improving in that area. So he was active in passing lanes. He made strong contests on the three-point line, and he helped hold the Wizards to just 37% from the field as a team, which is not great. So the other piece, shooting and scoring. So he shot 6 for 11. He was very efficient from the field. 1 for 4 from 3 is only 25%. So he needs to clean up that area and improve there. But he's not getting a lot of minutes. So, of course, he's going to not be consistent with his three ball. But unlike some other young players who like to play hero ball, force bad shots when they get minutes, Larsson is just playing within the confines of his role. He's just trying to help his team win. He's making the right pass. He's making the right reads. He's taking the right shots when needed. And on defense, he's attacking closeouts, and he's rotating really well on the perimeter. And it's fun to watch. So he just needs to continue to improve game by game. And so why do the Miami Heat need to play him more? Well, one, they need more depth. Andrew Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez right now are dealing with injuries. Jovic is probably out for the season with a broken hand. So Tyler Hero and Bam, they need help. And we need more players off this bench that can contribute. And I think give him an opportunity versus an Alec Burks. I think Alec Burks is important and needed, but he doesn't have to play every game. I think Pelle needs to play every game so he can improve and get that experience on the NBA level. So giving him consistent minutes could ease the workload of other players as well and allow other players to stay fresh for that play-in. 2, I think he fits the culture. He is a gritty, hardworking guy, and I know a lot of folks are saying there's no more Miami Heat culture, but if there was a player that was built for this Miami Heat culture, it's him. He hustles, he defends, he makes winning plays, and he just does all the dirty work. Like, he has all the intangibles, and I think Spo values that, and he should reward him by playing him. And we've seen what we've done and how we've grown folks in-house and undrafted guys specifically. He's drafted. So Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Cruz, like all these guys have been able to carve out roles within our system. And so I think he could be next in line as well to get a real shot to be a long-term rotational piece in our lineup. So those are the reasons why I think he should play. And obviously he's young and he needs that experience, but he's hungry. And I want him to get a chance off the bench, at least 12 minutes a game, to see how he can impact winning. So last night's performance against the Wizards proved that he deserves a bigger role, in my opinion, in the rotation. And even with the injuries, when those folks start coming back, I still think he needs to be in there over like a Terry Rozier, even over an Alec Burks, even over a Jaime Jaquez, honestly, who's had a bad season. He's going to be out for a little bit with the ankle injury, but let me know what you guys think. Do you think he deserves more playing time? And yeah, just how do you think he fits in off the bench with this rotation?